Hi, and welcome to Lamplighter Podcast. My name is Rebecca, and this is my squirrel friend, Momo.
Hello, kids!
We have an exciting story for you today. In each of our stories, we are going to learn about one virtue. A virtue is anything that is good and right and true. Virtues are like little lights that shine bright and beautiful in a story. So, are you ready? Come and listen while we light the way to your imagination.
Oh, hello, everybody! I just got back yesterday from my long vacation at Beach Shelly-Mill. It was the best.
You certainly look well rested, Momo. I'm glad you had a good vacation. What was your favorite part?
Oh, well, I liked swimming in the waves, eating acornsicles, and making s'mores by the bonfire. But I guess my favorite part was just being with my parents. I sure love them. And now that I live in my own tree, I don't get to see them as much.
Aw, that's sweet. It's a very special thing to have nice parents, and I'm sure they had fun being around you, too.
I hope so. You know what? I just had an idea. I want to make my parents a nice card to tell them how much I love them. I can draw an acorn and color it and glue it on a card.
That is a great idea, Momo. What a good way to show that you love them. Maybe while you are working on your card, I can tell you and our listeners a story. And it's a story about love.
Oh, perfect! All right, I've got my scissors and my glue and my colors right here. I'm ready for the story.
Our story today begins on a small island outside of Japan. And on this island live many, many ninja dogs. Michi was training to be a ninja dog. He and all the other ninja dog trainees lived with their teacher, Sensei Sakura, on a small island near Japan. Sensei Sakura made sure the ninja dogs worked very hard to get trained. The dogs learned how to jump high, kick hard, spin fast, and bark loud. But Sensei Sakura knew that being a true ninja dog was more than being the strongest and fastest. She wanted them to also learn respect and self-control. She made sure all her dogs learned to be kind, gentle, playful, and loving. After all, when their ninja dog training was finished, each dog would travel near or far to be given to their forever family. This was what every ninja dog in training waited for with excitement, to finally get to meet their humans whom they would love and protect forever. Michi couldn't wait for that day. He had been in the training program for months now, ever since he was a little puppy. Every day as he trained to be a ninja dog, he would dream of his humans. As he kicked his legs high or shattered wood with his paw, he would often be distracted thinking about his future adventures with his humans. Sometimes he would get a little too distracted with his daydreams. Michi, it's your turn now. Run and jump over that bar. His teacher, Sensei Sakura, was looking at him in their training classroom. He realized that he had been daydreaming again, not listening to the instructions, and quickly sat up.
Oh, sorry, Sensei Sakura.
He took a deep breath, getting ready for the jump, and ran as fast as he could toward the bar. His fluffy brown fur bounced up and down as he ran, and then leaped high in the air right over the bar, landing softly on the other side. That was very good, Michi. You have improved much these last few months. All right, back to your position, said Sensei Sakura. Michi trotted back to the line of dogs, tail wagging as he went. Sensei Sakura was a very strict teacher, but she was also very loving. He loved when she gave him compliments. Class ended, and all the dogs ran outside to drink water from their bowls. It was summertime on the island. The warm breeze carried the salty smell of the ocean, and Michi breathed in deep. He loved his island and felt thankful that this had been his home for so many months. He watched as many of his friends started running down the trail that led to the beach, hoping to get a swim in before their next lesson began. The ones that stayed began wrestling each other on the lawn out front. Suddenly, one of the dogs began to howl a tune. The other dogs joined in, including Michi, and they all began singing one of their favorite ninja dog chants. Ninja dogs high, ninja dogs low, ninja dogs kick and ninja dogs go. Ninja dogs spin, ninja dogs rest, but a ninja dog who loves is just the best because someday we'll have a family and we'll defend them with lightning speed. But they need more than just our ninja moves. They need love and they need fun, and that's the ninja dog truth. The song ended and Michi was about to head down to the beach to join his friends there, but stopped when he heard a voice behind him. That was a very incredible jump in there, Michi. Sensei Sakura sat down on the bench next to him and looked out towards the ocean. Michi's tail wagged a little as he bowed his head in respect. I have some good news for you. I have found you a human, Michi. There is a boy living on the main island in Japan who is in need of a ninja dog. I've arranged a boat for you. We will leave early tomorrow. Then she looked at him and smiled kindly. Congratulations, Michi. I know you will make this little boy very happy. She got up, tightened her black belt a little, and walked back into her training studio. Michi could hardly hold his excitement. He wanted to howl and bark and jump around, but Sensei Sakura had trained all her dogs to control their energy until the right time. So he quickly trotted up the path toward the beach to tell his friends the good news. The minute his paws touched the sand, he finally let it out. A great howl of excitement. He ran and jumped happily into the waves, barking and howling with happiness. All his doggy friends ran over to see why he was making all this commotion. When they heard the news, they all celebrated too. Michi had found his human. Early the next morning, Michi followed Sensei Sakura onto the boat. He felt happy and nervous and excited as the engine turned on, and he watched his island and all his doggy friends grow smaller in the distance. As long as he could remember, that island was all he knew. He had always wondered what the world was like on the other side, and now he was about to find out. Suddenly, he began to feel a little fearful about his adventure. What if he didn't like the rest of the world? What if his human didn't like him? His tail stopped wagging. Sensei Sakura walked up next to him, laying a hand on his head. Your little boy is going to love you, Michi, she said, as if she had known exactly what he was thinking. You know that I work very hard to find the perfect family for each of my ninja dogs. You are all very special. Ninja dogs are highly trained both in how to defend but also in how to love. Every human needs both of those things, but your little boy in particular is in great need of love right now. Let me show you something. Sensei Sakura opened her backpack and pulled out a folder. She bent down and opened the folder up, showing Michi a picture of a little boy in a wheelchair. This is Hiroshi, your boy, she said. As you can see, he is in a wheelchair and has been his whole life, but that is not the reason I matched him with you. As you know, I try to match each ninja dog with a family who is in great need. Your boy, Hiroshi, is in great need. He and his grandfather were best friends, but sadly, his grandfather died recently. They used to do everything together, play and laugh and go on adventures. Now that his grandfather is gone, Hiroshi is very sad. That's why his mother and father asked for a ninja dog. They want someone like his grandfather, someone who would protect, love, and play with Hiroshi. Michi looked at the picture of the boy while Sensei Sakura told him this story. He looked at Hiroshi's big brown eyes, and even though the boy was smiling in the picture, Michi thought he did look sad. He didn't feel afraid or nervous anymore. He felt very confident that he could use all his training to cheer this boy up. Now he had a mission. He wanted to be the best, the most loving, the most playful dog that Hiroshi had ever met. Michi's boat docked on the mainland an hour later. He followed Sensei Sakura into a car and they drove out onto a long highway. Michi had never been in a car, and the experience was amazing. He watched as they passed trees and small villages. Eventually, all the tall trees were replaced by tall buildings, so tall that Michi thought they must be touching the sky. The empty highway became crowded with cars. Michi thought that this must be the city where his boy lived. Their car parked on a street outside a tall gray building. "Here we are, Michi. Your boy lives up on the 3rd story." Michi looked up and wondered which window belonged to his family. "Hiroshi's parents said that he doesn't know he's getting a dog today. You are going to be a big surprise for him." Sensei Sakura smiled at him, and Michi barked in polite excitement. Michi jumped from the car onto the sidewalk, following Sensei Sakura to the front door of the building where they got buzzed in. They walked in and Michi took a deep breath. The lobby smelled of earthy wood and flowers, a wonderful smell. He liked his new home already. Up they went in an elevator to the 3rd floor, and soon they were knocking on door 327. Michi's heart began racing fast. More than ever he wanted to jump around, to bark, to do something with all this excitement. But he was trained so well that he merely wagged his tail, waiting to see his boy. The door opened.
"Oh, hello, Sakura."
It was the boy's mother.
"We are so pleased to see you, and oh, this must be Michi."
The mother bent down and rubbed Michi's chin and ears, which he liked very much.
"Hiroshi is going to be so excited to see you. He hasn't smiled much since his grandfather died, but I know he'll love you. Why don't you two come into the living room and I'll call Hiroshi in. Oh, he's going to be so excited."
In the living room, Michi met his boy's father, who was just as kind and excited as mother to surprise Hiroshi with a ninja dog. Everyone waited, and finally Michi could hear Hiroshi's wheelchair coming up the hallway. He rolled around the corner, and everyone yelled, "Surprise!" Hiroshi stopped pushing his chair and looked very confused until he saw Michi. He slowly began to smile.
"What's this? Whose dog is that?"
"It's your dog, Hiroshi," said his mother.
"We got you a ninja dog, the most well-trained, protective, and loving dogs around. His name is Michi."
Michi watched the boy's eyes grow wide, and then a large smile showed up on his face.
"Are you guys serious? A dog? What?"
He was so shocked he couldn't move. Everyone laughed, and Michi barked politely to join in the fun. Hiroshi rolled over and began petting Michi.
"I can't even believe this. I've always wanted a dog."
Michi saw the mother and father smile with tears in their eyes as they watched Hiroshi laugh. The rest of the afternoon was spent in pure happiness. Hiroshi took Michi all around the house, showing him everything and telling him that he would take very good care of him. When they got to his bedroom, Hiroshi patted his bed and said,
"And this is where you'll sleep, right here with me." Oh gosh, I can't believe my parents actually got me a dog. My grandpa would have been so excited too.
And suddenly, Hiroshi's smile disappeared as he looked over at his dresser. Michi looked too and saw that there were several pictures of Hiroshi with a friendly-looking older man. Hiroshi leaned over and took one of the pictures to show Michi.
"This is my grandfather. He was the nicest man you've ever met. He would have loved you."
Hiroshi's eyes filled with tears as he stared at the photo. Michi knew just what to do. He sat up and gently placed his 2 paws on Hiroshi's lap, then licked the tears from his cheek. This made Hiroshi smile, and he wrapped his new dog in a big hug.
"You're a good dog, Michi. I'm glad my parents gave me a dog. I could sure use a friend.
And we're going to have so much fun together, just like my grandpa and I did." And they did. From then on, Hiroshi and Michi went everywhere together. Hiroshi began to smile more often and laugh loud again. Michi loved to do silly things to make him laugh. Mother and father often joined in the laughter too, happy to see Hiroshi feeling better. Sometimes, in his room at night, Hiroshi would tell Michi all his favorite memories of his grandfather. Sometimes he would laugh at the memories and sometimes he would cry, but Michi knew that just being there next to him on his bed made his boy feel happier than he would be if he didn't have anyone to share the memories with. Michi loved his family and his boy. He always kept an eye out to protect Hiroshi when they were walking around the city. He always jumped higher and ran faster than any other dog when they were playing frisbee or racing in the park. And he always chose to love Hiroshi and make him a happy boy. That was, after all, what a ninja dog was made for.
Wow, what a great story! And it ended just in time. Look!
Oh, wow, Momo! What a nice-looking card! There's an acorn on the front, and it says inside, "I love you, Mom and Dad." Oh, that's so sweet, but what's this?
Oh, I drew some ninja dogs on the card. See, this one's spinning in the air, and this one's kicking up high. I liked your story, so I wanted to put some of the ninja dogs in the card.
Well, you may have to explain that part to your parents, but it's a lovely card. I know it'll make them very happy. Giving gifts and cards to people is a good example of our virtue today. Love. Love is one of the most powerful forces in the whole world. If someone feels loved, they feel safe and happy and bonded to the people who are showing them love. Everyone in the whole world, no matter how nice or mean they are, want to feel loved. Feeling loved is so powerful that it can even change people. Many people who have hate or sadness in their heart can begin to grow joy and happiness if they find someone who loves them. That is why love is so important. It makes you feel good when someone loves you, and it makes others feel good when you choose to love them.
Wow, love sounds like a big, strong force. Kind of like a karate kick. I love love.
Me too, Momo. Happy families and friendships and marriages are all built on love. With love, the world is a much brighter place. All right, it's question time. Question 1. Who are the people that you love the most in your life? How do they make you feel? Question 2. What are some ways you can show those people you love them?
Okay, I'm going to give this card to my parents now. You want to come with me?
I'd love to, Momo. Let's go! Thanks for listening to Lamplighter Podcast today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you liked our story, please leave us a review. It really helps other listeners find our stories. We also love to hear from our listeners. If you'd like to send us suggestions, comments, or tell us of times you practiced a virtue, please write us at lamplighterkids@gmail.com.